Okay, we are going to be doing a general reading. If your past and present resonates with you, this is your reading. And if not, you can check out my other videos or go ahead and wait for tomorrow. We'll get a new one. Woo. See what we got. Past, we're going to do past, present, future, your internal mindset, and your external surroundings, your advice and your likely outcome. Just as a disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes only. Meaning that because I don't know your personal situation, take what resonates, leave the rest, and always take the advice of a professional over any kind of a tarot reader. Okay. Present, future. Great, good. Really good cards so far. This is exciting. Okay. We're going to get your internal mindset. So far, for the past, we have the Chariot with victory, overcoming obstacles, success, ambition, determination. For your present, we have the Fool with innocence, freedom, originality, adventure, travel, and foolishness, carelessness. Basically, what I'm getting... Basically, what I'm getting is that a project has led you, like, and a project doesn't have to be like a school project or a work project or a hobby. It could just be like personal self-work. And with the Fool card, that's what I'm really getting, is you really got yourself to the point where you are learning to be yourself again. And that is really paying off for you. For your future, you have the World card. Very exciting. Let's see. Sense of belonging, wholeness, and fulfillment, completion. So I feel like you're on your way to just simply continuing to be yourself. And over time, not even a long amount of time, just over in a short period of time, that new you is going to become the you. Does that make sense? Like, that's your new identity, and that's going to be seen and respected. For your internal mindset, you do have the Five of Wands with the conflict, fighting, arguments, disagreements, and struggle. You could be wrestling with your old self, or maybe learning to adjust your life based on the new you. And that could be very difficult as far as like having to let go things that you used to enjoy that you're not resonating with anymore, or people that you used to enjoy that you're not resonating with anymore. Maybe people are saying you've changed, and you did, and people don't always like that. And now there's like issues that are coming from it. It's not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's just one of those things like in fall where the trees lose their leaves. Like, if people or hobbies or just old patterns, routines, behaviors are falling away, you can trust that in the future you're going to get new ones. You'll have new friends. You'll have new pastimes that are enjoyable for you. This supports that. For your external environment, we have the King of Wands in reverse. Rude, forceful, bully, dictator, tyrant, abusive, nasty. So again, that really goes along with what I was thinking earlier about people who are not supportive of this new you, and maybe giving you a hard time for that, which really isn't easy when you're trying to learn how to love yourself and learn how to accept yourself, but the people around you really don't like that. It can make you feel incredibly lonely. Am I doing the right thing? I'm probably not. I used to have friends. I used to have this sense of stability and knowing where I'm at, and now it just kind of doesn't feel like I fit in anymore. That's okay. This is the part of you becoming a new person. You've got a new energy, and it's likely to clash with the old energy. This is likely a transmissive phase, much like the Chariot in your past. I'm thinking about how the wheel kind of goes round. This past energy of movement is going to keep coming around, and it's not a bad thing. It's just going to continue to take you where you need to be. For your advice, we have the Tower in reverse. It does say averting disaster, avoiding tragedy, delaying the inevitable, avoiding loss, resisting change. And that's part of where this conflict is coming in. It's possibly, most likely, a very tricky situation to navigate at the moment, as far as not that you're resisting change, but what change is next. How do you know what's next? Especially if you're going into the unknown, especially if you're doing things like having to change friends or change jobs or homes, while you're creating new habits for yourself and trying to figure out how that's gonna work with everything that you've still got going on. Trying not to upset and ruffle feathers is because it's not what you're trying to do. But I mean, if people have issues with you, people have issues with you. How do you move forward peacefully? I feel like there's a lot of strategy that goes in with this. I think the Tower card itself is very, very quick moving. It's inevitable. It's out of your hands. And as far as the Tower in reverse, in this aspect of what I've spoken on, that the advice would be to have it in your hands, to go at your own pace, to kind of maintain the control that you can control without expecting things from other people. You probably can't expect them to be happy and supportive of you right now, but the fact that you're willing to try and keep the peace as much as possible without disrespecting yourself or compromising yourself for the sake of their fleeting desires, then that's kind of the advice right now. Delaying the inevitable, basically what I'm getting is to not hold yourself back, though. Keep having the boundaries, keeping yourself peaceful is what's going to bring a lot of the peace. And there's, just with the Tower card, the inevitable doesn't change whether it's in reverse or whether it's upright. I feel like that's pretty substantial for the Tower card itself. Or avoiding loss. You kind of have to recognize that you're not going to be able to avoid the loss. Maybe learning how to cope with any of the losses. I would probably, I'm not telling you to, but if you find it helpful to go to therapy and just be able to let somebody know that's not in your situation, this is what's going on and this is how things are going for me and how I'm handling it. I just kind of need a little bit of direction, help processing, whatever you feel comfortable with sharing, and that way you do have some sort of support, somebody who can help take an objective look for you and with you, to help you through and navigate through all these changes. That might be something you might enjoy as the process goes on. For your likely outcome, we got first the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Queen of Wands. I do like to have in the future, this future card, this likely outcome card, to have two cards, kind of like looking at two sides. If you stay stuck, what might happen, because that's the energy that's already there, but also by taking the advice, what's gonna the new outcome. As this karmic wheel is turning, as you're changing your life's direction, what it could be as it stands, and what it could be as you continue to change, and what it could be as it stands if you kind of sink back into your old patterns. The wheel before this one would be the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, with the lack of money, poor financial control, lack of opportunities or lost opportunities. I really feel that this is what you have had to suffer before, or you may still be working on changing this if you're still working at that job and, you know, going paycheck to paycheck, but you're learning to budget. You know what I mean? That learning to budget makes the difference between you not having any money and you having some savings and, you know, paying off those debts. The Queen of Wands here is really neat. It's kind of showing me that this is what you are coming into. Regardless of whether you're male or female, just the energy of the Queen of Wands is vivacious, strong, courageous, passionate, funny, confident, independent, optimistic, outgoing, assertive. It says forgetful. So you could be getting busy, you know, you could be like able to, you like have a lot on your plate, but you can handle a lot on your plate, and you might miss things here and there because there's so much going on. But these are now things that you love handling, or that you got this, you know. It's not a thing to like keep up with. I don't know if you see this like shifting. My camera's doing some shifting thing. Okay. So it's not a thing to like handle all these chores and the bills and go to work. Like, you're staying on top of it, and you might, you know, miss things here and there, but you're human. And that's part of, like, I call it rich people problems. Anytime you improve enough to get to the point where you've got a new set of problems that isn't exactly so bad, that I call them rich people problems. So and it's funny because it's like the queen, now you're a queen, now you're noble. Of course she's rich, right? She's royal. You know, she has her own throne and everything, you know, sitting on a golden throne decorated with lions all over it. Like, talk about fierce, you know, and courageous. Like, that is really awesome, you guys. I see a person who has been working their ass off to become something great, and here you are being that person. You guys have a great night.